Good evening. I don't know why that, but why not? I'm gonna work on this. The border Jagdpanzer. That's how we say it. The thing that I was stuck on was this. These are idler wheel holders, which is the technical term. Not quite sure if I'm about to do it wrong or not. They look like... Hey silly, how you doing? They look like... Because they've got a squared bit here. They look like they're meant to fit in somewhere at a certain position. There's just so much movement. But it looks like, in the picture, they sit basically hanging straight down. So that's the way I'm going to glue them. It might be wrong, but that's okay. I don't think it's a mistake. This music is not giving me confidence. Just snip it off and use 3 sticks of hot glue. Why not? That sounds like a brilliant idea. I guess how wrong can it be? Only a little bit. It's not something important like a component of the tracks or anything like that. Make sure to get it on nice and early with plenty of glue so that it's good and strong when I try to attach the tracks. I'm a genius modeler. Absolutely. A genie ass. I think that's what we want, like that. Also, through the week, I straightened out the road wheels. I don't know if you remember how wonky they were, especially on this side. And now, if you look close, there's a break there and there, from where I applied too much pressure. But I dare say you can't tell from the overhead. Therefore, I didn't break anything. All right, what we need now? Oh, glorious instructions. Need to move my headphone cable closer. Said use your cock to straighten them. Well, I tried, and I broke things. Okay, we've got a decision. Paint option A or paint option B. No, sideways. I see the difference is in positioning of the spare road wheels. This one has them in both positions. It doesn't have like a top view or a front or side view, so, and the part in question is a part of the front plate, but it is obvious what the difference is. One is the front plate with spare track links, and the other is the front plate without. And it looks like well, maybe there is no difference in the road wheel positionings. Spare road wheel positionings, that is. Also, it doesn't tell me which one is A or B. I don't think. It's not helpful. I want the one... I want the, this one with the road wheels on the back, because I think that looks neat. And that means I want the spare tracks on the front. And that means I want paint option A. We'll get there eventually. Either way, the actual plate part is the same. It's just if we attach spare track links to it or not. This is the D sprue. We do want something off of that. E42. Where am I? Right there. Left your front plate plain, James Rutherford. I'm going to put tracks on mine. YouTube's brilliant design with the chat, with that little heart thing in the bottom right corner, always covers part of somebody's message. No matter if it's in on the YouTube itself or in the little doc I've just put in OBS. Fantastic design, YouTube. How about we also get that looks like the part I want, but is it? Yes. It is D12. I can't tell if those indents there are for the track link holder or for something else. No ice cream tonight, too cold. That's not true here. I deserve ice cream for some reason. Now what am I looking for? Well, E12 for a start, which you will not find on the D sprue. Need the F sprue. Anything else from E sprue? Not for the moment, probably. Also, I'm going to have to go back and assemble the drive sprockets and idler wheels at some point. Let's BA. We want BB. Why is it all so confusing? We need a couple of F-22. If I can clip them neat enough, I don't have to clean them up. Question is, can I clip them off neat enough? Yeah, I guess that is true, Kevin Hale. Lots of different ways to do the camo scheme, but there's always going to be someone who insists you do it exactly as the instructions show. To whom I say no. I'm kind of wondering, maybe they've mislabeled these tracks, because the main tracks say the BB sprue also. Unless... oh, there it is. Inconsistent little lettering tabs. Not numbering tabs, they're letters. That's kind of annoying. So this lot is BB. What are these in here? I'm looking for 3 BB4, even though they're different. Or are they different? I guess we just... oh, it says 12. It makes it look like there's one long piece and 2 shorter pieces, though. Well. That is probably 12. I can't count, I'm just guessing. Rubber band tracks. Yeah. Hot glue and elastic band on there. Can't you see that's what I'm doing? I might be lying. That's enough bits for now. It's not enough bits for now. There are some more D bits to clip off. .46 and 47. They are apparently different, but I can't tell in what way. This little bit looks slightly different. Okay, 46 goes on that side. 47 goes on this side. Also, hey, Bjorn, this is a kit by Border Models. And I think sometimes that's it, I think. I'm wondering if maybe we put this on before adding the spare track links to it. That might make things easier. Probably will. So I'll tidy that up first. I'm gonna use these to get rid of these nubbins. Nubbin be gone. Excuse me. Water model Panzer is one of the best out there. It does look pretty good. This is only the second border kit that I've built, I think. And so far, it's been mostly pretty good. I say that, and then this doesn't seem to want to fit very well. Is it going to be a matter of forcing, or do I have to trim something? Why not both? It's a bit frustrating. I'm going to blame this bit, and when I find something to sand it with, I'm gonna sand it. I've recently moved a bunch of stuff on my desk. Sanding stick was over there. Herbert thinking, does that hurt? You know it does. It's probably making it pretty rough. German vehicles weren't known for precision or anything. Just rough bits of scraping. Just drop that. Good. It's conceivable that this is going to need a little bit of putty when it's all done. That's fitting a bit better. I'm really glad that I decided to glue this on before adding the set of spare track links to it. I think that's gonna work. The glue god wouldn't lead us astray, surely. Hang on. Is that applying? I thought for a second that was pushing the whole part further out, but it barely is. It's gonna be fine. Dang it. It's a bit awkward to hold. That's not too bad. Just got to give it a bit of pressure. And it should be fine and or dandy, as the youth say. I failed holding things school. It looks a little rough along there, but maybe we just do that. Yes, that ought to hold the little SOB. Before, do I want to clip out more bits before cleaning all of these up? Probably not. I think I'm going to glue this into place before sticking the hatches onto it as well. This one seems like it'll be significantly easier. Don't know if these nubbins are going to be in the way, but they can go away. Seems like this part is slightly wide. Well, there's nubbins. Ooh, slightly hidden nubbins. Herbert, CEO of Piss Railways. That's me. I'm the CEO. I know how to run a company appropriately. How you doing, Trekan? I hope you're well. Maybe I was a bit too quick with praising this kit. If all these parts are going to be like this, it's going to be annoying. Can probably get away with just using pressure to make that fit. Maybe a little sanding. It's not a very rough grit, so it's not going to remove much, but it could be enough. Was the on-demand driving service for my parents for the last 2 hours. But now I'm back and can do lazy things again. I mean, that's pretty good. 2 hours of driving, though. I assume you were constantly driving. I'm doing okay, also. Going to be a slight gap there, but I'm pretty sure there's a guard over that. That should hide it. Didn't you say this kit was cheap, or was it on a bargain? Lots of parts anyway. Excuse me. It was expensive, but it was discounted quite a bit, so it was relatively cheap. I think it would normally be like $100 and something, and I got it for 40, I think. Maybe there's a reason it was reduced, but everything I bought that day was heavily reduced. The important bit is getting along there lined up. There isn't really anything to link these two bits together. So if you press down on the top part, it'll disalign itself. Disalign? That's a word, surely. That's a discount I would like. I mean, yeah. That's why it was hard to resist. The Dicker Max I got, I forgot what company made that one. It was also a similar discount. I think perhaps a tiny bit more glue here wouldn't go astray. That's gonna stay there. That's not too bad. Did take a little kajiggering, but it's not got as big a gap as I was expecting. Though I was expecting it to just drop right into place. But you were so good at resisting. I mean, nobody calls you impulse buying Herbert. No, they wouldn't. They call me Herbert the Saver. these nubbins. Don't know who invited them to the party, but they're not welcome. And how does this fit? I guess it just sits there. Something like that. Excuse me. This shouldn't be a challenge. Adding hinges. Blame the inventor, Noel St. Nubbins, Earl of Nub. Ah, yes. Famously known for inventing nubbins. What a jerk. Hey, Martha Dennis, how you doing? I will glue these little hatches into place, because why not? Can't tell if my overhead is focused good, because I've had to make the preview smaller to fit YouTube chat into OBS. I'll make the probably correct assumption that I've got these hatches on the correct side. Because I did keep them separated, as the offspring said. 3 million years ago you made a video about the Calliope battlefront and you gave a notification like, keep in mind that the main gun elevates the rocket launcher, so they should have the same elevation. Guess who didn't follow that advice when he built a Calliope in 72nd scale? Well, I mean, I assumed it would just go together properly without those sort of instructions. I once watched a stream where a man opened it by chugging down 2 pints of water. The glugging sound wasn't gross, but the weird moan grunts were very unpleasant to listen to. I can imagine. Maybe I should start doing that. Okay, we've got spare track links to clean up, I guess. That went onto the floor and I'm gonna step on it at some point. I think maybe I'll use fewer than the recommended number of track links, just to make it look like they've used some of them. Carpet Monster is brushing its teeth. You do that, Carpet Monster. Dental hygiene is important, even for carpet monsters. I'll omit 3 links. Instead use 12. So I'll not use 12. Just gotta be a rebel, don't you, Herbert? Most of the models you built in the last 2 years keep falling apart with little plastic cement. Too much to the point of what it... God damn it, YouTube, you're hiding... Oh, there. I was going to type something to move the chat up to where it melted. That is weird. Could it be the glue you're using? I remember a long while ago, I built something, I can't remember what it was, and I used Games Workshop plastic cement, and it went together fine, but it fell apart after a while. It wasn't a Games Workshop kit though. I don't see how that would make a difference, but that could be a similar thing. If you're using something like SMS Extra Thin or Tamiya Extra Thin, that shouldn't go off, it shouldn't expire because it's basically half acetone and half butyl acetate, I think. I don't know if those degrade into uselessness or not. Boy, howdy, do I know about humidity. This is perfect track cleaning music. It captures the excitement of the task so well. The bond is so weak you can split it by accidentally bumping the platform it's on. That's not very good. What glue did you use for that? I wouldn't imagine it would be like a plastic cement like this stuff, because that melts the plastic together rather than like being a glue in actual fact. Hey Panzer 4 Asferongji, how you doing? Okay, I'm assuming we just glue these together into one run. Or maybe I have one or two separate. The music has me confused if you're cleaning up tracks or hacking the mainframe. Well, they're pretty much the same thing. I mean, testers. I am unfamiliar with testers glue. Why is my... Looks like my internet is being a poo. Hopefully. And by a poo, I mean a piece of feces, and not a poo from The Simpsons. Hopefully it hasn't disconnected me properly. Cursed fat fingers! Makes it so difficult to be gentle. Hey, Arn Dewey? I'm apologizing if I've read that incorrectly. How you doing? Move that there. And click the capture video button. I can see your wonderful craftsmanship without problem still. Good. Thank you for lying about the wonderful craftsmanship. End bit shouldn't be flopping down, I don't think. So make sure it doesn't. And I'm sure I don't need to record the entire lot. It's more of a paste, but it still melts plastic together. I'd suggest trying like a extra thin. You could probably order it online easily enough. I guess maybe it depends on where you are, but Tamiya Extra Thin should be really easy to get. And it's basically the same as this glue. Or, I don't know if just straight acetone would work, but it probably would. Don't breathe it in. You think I'm lying? Oh no. It would means that I tell nonsense about Germans and sauerkrauts always. I mean, I guess that's true. You wouldn't do that. You can't just go on the internet and lie anyway. It's the place of honesty. Do I want one or two separate links? I'll go with one today. Fella super expert plastic leader. Plastic leader? Hail the plastic leader. Germans call toilets the Poopenfahrten. This is real and true. By the way, I believe you. Because I'm an adult. Doesn't go for any model parts like paint, primer, glue, resin dust, etc. Resin dust. Sauerkraut's last exit. That sounds like a really bad like drama novel or something, or like a fantasy novel. And now this is too low and is covering the instructions. The thing is probably to glue these onto the bar. Doesn't matter which side I glue it onto. Probably not. I think it probably fits on the lower part. That's just silly. The Germans call it the Scheißenpuppen. The instruction shows the bar with the... And it makes sense, I guess, with the guide horns above it. That would stop it from slipping down. I should have just assumed that. Does that thing protect your table from glue? The cutting mat? It does. You can see it's already been destroyed by glue. It's more to stop, like, cuts from the knife, I guess. It's not like... It's a pretty old desk now, but it's still worth protecting the surface. I guess. Maybe this one goes there. Maybe it sits at an angle. Who knows? Don't know enough German to make a toilet joke. You just make it up. If you shout it, it sounds even more German. By the way, a real colloquial and vulgar German word for a toilet is the Scheißehaus, which is literally shithouse. I mean, it's just like English, except we don't say it in German. You're using the cutting mat wrong. I use mine to spill paint on and stick my fingers to when using super glue. My old one was covered in paint. I've got one, I don't know where I've put it, that I've been using for paint, because it doesn't look as good in videos when it's all like speckles of different colors. It started annoying me enough when I was editing videos that I decided to replace the cutting mat. I've positioned all of this so that I can't see it very well without tilting my head. Also, I just realized I haven't cleaned this up. What a ding-a-ling. Brush primer, eh? I'd assume brush primers are similar enough to regular, like, primers you'd airbrush on. I've brushed on airbrush primers before. Take your old cutting mat to an art gallery and call it Traces of Streams. Some idiot might pay me a whole bunch of money for that. Don't paint as you go like us brush painters. I mean, you can't, well, you can, but I don't just airbrush, I brush paint also. Painting as I build doesn't appeal to me. That's probably all ready for glue. Surely if it wasn't ready for glue, the glue god would stop me. And there's one more bit of crud. And now that's been long enough, that glue has probably evaporated. But it's sticky enough to hold the part where I want it. It's on a slight angle, which I kind of like. It adds a touch of chaos. Change it to latrine? Yes, it used to be shithouse. I don't get the reference. Okay, and this... I guess you just put it wherever you want. Excuse me. Just put it anywhere you want. I'm going to try tweezering it into place with hidden tweezers behind the instruction booklet. Well, the truth is the glue god can't stop anyone from doing things The glue god would like to do that, but he is glued to his throne. Sucks to be the glue god, I suppose. Can I center my build? The build is where it is. That's centered enough. I don't need tweezers, I can just hold it by the tracks. Robin Hood Men in Tights, I haven't seen that for like at least 50 years. It's a good movie though. I always like the scene where Blinken is in the lookout tower and he's like, I'm guessing. Very accurately quoted by me. Doesn't seem to want to just catch. It looks level, and that's probably as accurate as I'm gonna get it. Very unliked. How do you have a friend that you don't like? That's not a friend. I don't know if that's exactly where that should be, but it looks okay. Those are the extra track links. How do those model competitions work? Which ones? I don't really care for modeling competitions, so I never bother entering them. We have a friend. We have a word for friends we don't like. That's a nemesis. I suppose that's true. Now, I have to go back in the instructions because I've skipped past the idler wheel and drive sprocket for whatever reason. I'm sure there was a reason. Like the the group builds. I wouldn't really call it a competition. Just a thing where people like to build a specific thing, like a theme. If it were a competition, I would make somebody else do all the work. Because just competitivizing hobby makes it uninteresting for me. E-sprue is what I'm looking for. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. I can see the one with the drive sprocket. Man, I'm stupid. That says F, not E. Go up there. These should be very easy to put together. And if they're not, I'm gonna scream and cry and foul my pants. Because I'm an adult. Is that an exclusive server? My Discord server? I wouldn't say it's exclusive, but you have to agree to the rules to get in, I guess. All the information would be in the group build channel. There is currently not one running. Just finished one, actually. That means there should be a vote at some point. Monol, who runs the group builds, will know more about it than me. I thought about being an adult once. Yeah, I wouldn't. Not worth the effort. Bit too late. Thoughts on the community awards idea for group builds? I didn't read anything about it yet. There's a bunch of unread stuff in the group build channels. If people want to organize that and vote for it, that's all fine by me. I just don't really have any interest in making things into a competition because I just find it annoying and boring. If that's what people want, I'm not gonna stop them. That works very well. You may notice I only clipped out one idler wheel. It's because I'm not very good at concentrating. "59. 10 more years, and you'll be the nice age." Excuse me. Ordered some 3D printed vehicles because you needed just one of some kind. Ordered other vehicles from that printer. They were not great, but okay. These now much better. What vehicles are they? Got so many boats lying around. Yeah, I keep telling myself that one day I'll finish all my kits too. It's a fun little lie. That looks neat enough. And I will glue them together for my next trick. Ooh. Soviet T-72, American build M113, and a Humvee, all in 15mm. Well, I look forward to seeing them painted. If only building models was as easy as buying them. I mean, I don't know. There wouldn't be any fun if it was just as easy as, like, click, 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 hand over cash, or, electronically transfer money. Though I do get the idea. I'd have so many models built if it was that easy. EZ, PZ, as the youth say. Some buy pre-built models, I don't get that. I guess some people just want, like, something as a display piece. That makes sense to me. It could just be glued right onto the hull. That's not going to hurt anything. Surely. Yeah, it's not, I guess it's not as fulfilling as building your own model, but not everybody wants to build a model. And now we just hope that the axle thingy that we glued on earlier is in the correct position. Because it might not be. I don't know if that's something I could readjust by adding glue to it and forcing it. It'll probably just break. Hell yeah. Those are some good idling wheels. Humvee will go to the painting table very soon, which means it will primed today. I need to do some priming. Damn it. I was going to do that today. Well, not anymore. Drive sprockets. I don't think this kit has polycaps. That's disappointing. It's just looking for wooden boats. It's surprising it's just the Mayflower by 30 different brands. I've never looked for a wooden boat kit before. That's got to be frustrating if you don't want the Mayflower. It's a bit hard to get my clipper in there. Just have to come back for another clip, I guess. I guess that's a different idler wheel. Probably this is a common sprue for many different variants of the Panzer IV. Maybe I should have put one of the different idler wheels on one side. That'd make somebody mad. That'd be hilarious. If you don't want the Mayflower, have you tried removing April showers from your search filters? Wonder if that's neat enough. Looks neat enough. Surely they'll engage with the links. Good enough. Now if that would just stop sliding off my desk, that'd be nice. No polycaps? Trekan leaves the stream at once. Because it is a casemate tank, it has no locking tab mechanism too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to ruin your day. What hobby snips do I use? These are SMS. I'm sure they've got a model number of some sort, but I don't know what it is. I remember they offer 2 sets of hobby snips with purple handles and one with orange, and I don't remember what the difference is, but these are pretty decent. They're not as good as I'd imagine God hands are, but they also don't cost $7,000. No, don't throw that. You don't need polycaps for track links, but usually kits have a polycap in the middle of the drive sprocket, so when you put it on, it'll stay, but still be movable. So it's easier to get the position right for the tracks with independent links or link and length. Doesn't matter so much for rubber band tracks because the whole thing is the whole track set is one unit, or the whole set of tracks. I'm assuming they just sort of... that works. Probably. Is that a nubbin or a guide piece? I think it's a nubbin. both have the same nubbin. I'm just going to remove it. So I don't see anything about being like a piece of keying. The same pair of snips for 7 years, and the spring has since given out, so I have to stick my finger between the handle to control the cutting. I had a very old pair of snips which broke, so I replaced them. Because doing basically what you described, Muse, was annoying. That seems pretty good. Now let us pray to the glue god. Put a bunch of glue in there and hope it works. I see no reason it shouldn't work. The glue god wouldn't fail us. I appreciate Pretzel for playing some triumphant music in my moment of triumph of assembling drive sprockets. Thank you, Pretzel. The protector for snips. I don't even know if these came with a protector of any kind. I would have simply discarded it. Make sure these are... My thumb keeps catching on the sprue. They seem to work. Used color pencils dipped in water to paint your AFV Club Tiger 1. That sounds like it would be a lot of work. But if it works, I guess. Holy glueness, don't let the evil affect our bonds. Amen. Can't bear to replace the snippers. You've become too attached. Be like replacing a loyal pet dog. I guess that's fair. You could still keep them and just, like, you know, have them on the side of the desk or something. But if they still work, and it's not like a real annoyance to use your finger, why bother? You could use that money on more kits. Have I glued together all of the bits that I cleaned up? Looks like it. now... That doesn't seem to want to go in the hole. Why the bloody hell not? Ah!
That's what she said.
Yeah. With the news on from Twitch this week, I'm surprised you are not topless for the stream. Nobody wants to see that. There was so much pearl clutching on Reddit. It's hilarious. Oh, that seems to fit, but it's wonky. I don't know how well you can see that, but I think that might be just a matter of getting it in the position where it doesn't wonk. That's some good English, Herbert. I guess it's a tight fit like that, so it's sort of like how a polycap would work. Be for the Herbert After Dark streams. I mean, it's almost midnight. That's after dark, isn't it? This is a Herbert After Dark stream. Okay, now, I believe the next step involves some sort of track assembly. That's how I feel about that. I think I might leave that for next time. I might actually put one set of tracks on off stream. I don't really feel like enduring all of the cleanup that they're probably going to need. We've got... doesn't look like it's going to be too bad. We've got long runs for the top and bottom. But still a fair few independent individual links also. So that's good. I will... What date is it? Christmas is coming. I will try to do another stream of this build before next Wednesday, because actually I'm quite enjoying the build. But there'll be a few things happening in that time, so I don't know. I won't be doing a modeling stream next Monday because that's Christmas Day, and I want to eat Christmas lunch. I don't care if you want to see me stream. I'm having ham. To me, a Herbert After Dark stream is a stream after Keefe has left. Oh my. Is it worth doing a raid? Is there anybody I want to raid online? Tell me, Twitch. Tell me. You know what? It's too much thinking, and my head hurts. I will probably be back in the morning. Tomorrow's Thursday. I'd normally do farming, but I think I'm gonna play... some more Railroader, because I've been really enjoying that. Could you do some more S-model kits? I haven't been able to find them. I think I saw them on AliExpress or something a long time ago, but they're never in any of the hobby shops I buy from. But if I see them, I would love to buy some and build them. Anyway, thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Toodaloo.